Rumer Willis is back in headlines after responding to criticism of her parenting with one of her clearest public statements yet. This time, she did not give a long explanation, a sit-down interview, or a carefully worded essay. Instead, she posted a short video that made her position unmistakable and put a very personal parenting choice right back at the center of the conversation. On April 4, 2006, Willis shared an Instagram video showing herself breastfeeding her daughter Louetta, known as Lou, while text on screen framed the moment as a response to people judging her parenting. The post ended with the caption, "Sorry, not sorry," and the timing matters because Lou turns 3 on April 18th. For viewers just seeing the headline now, that is the core update. Rumer Willis publicly answered criticism by standing behind a decision she has already defended more than once. If you follow celebrity parenting stories, this did not come out of nowhere. After the hook, please subscribe, like, and share to support Starline Daily for more verified celebrity updates and trending entertainment news. What makes this story worth covering is not just the latest post itself, but the pattern behind it. Willis has been pushing back on public judgment around breastfeeding and motherhood for a long time. And each time she speaks out, she seems a little more direct. That pattern goes back at least to 22, and 24, when Willis was already defending her decision to share parts of her breastfeeding journey publicly. In a 2024 interview, she said she did not think posting those moments would become such a big issue, and she made clear that, in her view, feeding her child should not be treated as something shameful or sexualized. She also spoke about wanting more support and less judgment around motherhood, which now makes this 2026 post feel less like a sudden controversy and more like the latest chapter in a very public conversation she has been having for years. Then the story took another turn, in October 2025, when Willis again responded to backlash over breastfeeding Lou, who was 2 at the time. In that earlier response, she posted a photo of herself nursing and directly addressed what she called the haters. That matters because the new April 2026 video is not an isolated reaction. It is a continuation of a position she had already made public. She was aware of the criticism, and she was not backing away from her choice. There is also a broader personal context behind why viewers are paying attention. In August 2000, Willis confirmed that she and musician Derek Richard Thomas had split, saying she was single momming it and co-parenting. Since then, she has spoken more openly about the realities of raising Lou, including a tearful post in November 2025 where she admitted that some days being a single mom are hard. In February 2026, she went even further, saying she works 4 jobs, is Lou's sole provider, and does not live off a trust fund or receive money from her parents. Together, those public comments help explain why this latest post is landing as more than just a parenting debate. It is also being read as part of Willis's larger effort to define motherhood on her own terms. What has actually been confirmed here is fairly narrow, and that is important. There is no legal filing, no formal dispute, and no evidence of anything beyond a familiar cycle of online criticism followed by Willis responding in public. The verified timeline shows a mother posting about breastfeeding, receiving backlash, and choosing to answer it herself through Instagram rather than retreat from it. In other words, the story is not about a hidden scandal. The story is about how a celebrity parent with a large audience is using her platform to reject outside judgment, especially as her daughter approaches another birthday and as her own identity as a single mother becomes more central to her public image. That is an inference from the timeline, but it is strongly supported by her own repeated public statements. And that is why this moment is drawing attention now. The new post is simple, but it connects several threads at once. Her long-running defense of breastfeeding, her increasingly candid posts about single motherhood, and a public audience that keeps returning to the same debate. As of the latest available information, the clearest update is that Rumer Willis has once again answered critics directly and made clear she is not changing course because of outside commentary. The only open question is whether this will remain just another social media flashpoint or become an even bigger part of how she is publicly defining this stage of her life and career. Thanks for watching, and thank you for supporting Starline Daily.